Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a video over can Christians bear arms when it comes to self-defense? The short answer is yes. And the first thing you want to go to, which you see on the screen, is Luke 22:35 through 38. And go ahead and read it. Supplies for the road. And he said to them, when I sent you without money bag, knapsack, and sandals, did you lack anything? So they said nothing. Then he said to them, but now he who has a money bag, let him take it, and likewise a knapsack. And he who has no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. So that's the main thing we're going to focus, but we'll keep reading. For I say to you that this which is written must still be accomplished in me. And he was numbered with the transgressors. For the things concerning me have an end. So they said, Lord, look, here are 2 swords. And he said to them, it is enough. So, again, the thing we're focusing on. And he who has no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. Jesus isn't saying, like, get rid of a sword or don't buy one. He's saying, go buy one. And I'm pretty sure if you look into Greek, the sword is more of like a dagger. And they're using it for self-defense, obviously, not the offense. So don't get that wrong. Also here, so they said, Lord, look, here are 2 swords. So some of them have, so one of them at least has 2 swords, or they have 2 swords. And he said, it is enough. He's not saying that stop, put them away or get rid of them. He's saying that, that's enough. You don't need more than 2, for self-defense. So again, don't get that wrong. Now, I also want to show you this verse. It is Matthew 26:50 through 54. So let me go ahead and type that. Okay, here's the verse. So pay attention. But Jesus said to him, friend, why have you come? Then he took him. And suddenly one of those who were with Jesus stretched out his hand and drew his sword, struck the servant of the high priest, and cut off his ear. But Jesus said to him, put your sword in its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword. Or do you think that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he will provide me with more than 12 legions of angels? How then could the scriptures be fulfilled that it must happen thus? Okay, so Peter strikes one of the high priest's servants, cuts off his ear, and everyone is crazy, right? But Jesus says, put your sword in its place. He doesn't say to get rid of the sword, but he does say, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword. So those who live by the sword will die by the sword. So no offense, Islamic terrorists, for example, they live by the sword, and then they usually die by the sword. So, or really anyone that just lives by the sword, they'll die by it. So the main point is that he doesn't say to get rid of the sword. He says to put it back in its place. So again, that's the verse. And my last verse that I have is Acts 23. 23 12 through 23. Acts 23 12 through 23. And when it was day, some of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under an oath, saying they would neither eat nor drink till they had killed Paul. Okay, so people are trying to kill Paul. Now there were more than 40 who had formed this conspiracy. They came to the chief priests and elders and said, we have bound ourselves under a great oath that we will eat nothing until we have killed Paul. Now you, therefore, together with the council, suggest to the commander that he be brought to you tomorrow, as though you were going to make further inquiries concerning him. But we are ready to kill him before he comes near. So when Paul's sister's son heard of their ambush, he went and entered the barracks and told Paul. Then Paul called one of the centurions to him and said, and I'm pretty sure Paul is a Roman citizen as well, and said, take this young man to the commander, for he has something to tell him. So he took him and brought him to the commander and said, Paul, the prisoner, called me to him and asked me to bring this young man to you. He has something to say to you. Then the commander took him by the hand, went aside, and asked privately, what is it that you have to tell me? And he said, the Jews have agreed to that you bring Paul down to the council tomorrow, as though they were going to inquire more fully about him. But do not yield to them, for more than 40 of them lie in wait, men who have bound themselves by an oath that they will neither eat nor drink till they have killed him. And now they are ready, waiting for the promise from you. So the commander let the young man depart and commanded him, tell no one that you have revealed these things to me. Sent to Felix. And he called for 2 centurions, saying, prepare 200 soldiers, 70 horsemen, and 200 spearmen to go to Caesarea at the third hour of the night. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? So we have some Jews that, bound themselves under an oath, saying that they wouldn't eat or drink until they had killed Paul. But obviously, I'm pretty sure it didn't work here. Now, there were more than 40 OKs. So essentially, that's what this is mainly about. And Paul's sister's son heard of it. So he goes to the barracks and tells Paul. Then Paul told one of the centurions in the barracks and said, to take his sister's son to the commander to tell him, right? And so he took him and brought him to the commander and said, Paul, the prisoner, called me to him and asked me to bring this young man to you. He has something to say to you. So, and the commander, prepares soldiers and horsemen and spearmen to go to, Caesarea to protect Paul. So here, Kay with, he goes and tells centurions. So he told the centurion, what's going on, and that's bad wording. He told the centurion to take the dude to so he knows what's gonna happen. He tells his sister's son to go to the centurion leader or commander, commander, and Paul knows that because he already heard what's happening, he knows that they're probably gonna send soldiers or something, which might result in a couple of deaths. So he's okay with soldiers protecting him. With arms. But thank you guys for watching my video. And yeah, I know I haven't been posting in a while, but surprisingly, I've actually been, starting projects on other channels and stuff too. So God bless you guys and stay safe out there.